welcome back to another episode of Shrimp Gang Garage. Today we have a little unboxing video. We got some MX style foot pegs for the Dyna, and we're going to check them out. I've already done some research on these online. They have really good reviews on Amazon, and we're going to check them out. This will be CNC billet machined MX style foot pegs for Harley Davidsons. They fit Sportsters, Dynas, Softails, an array of Harleys. So we're going to check them out and see how they are, how they look. And again, after reading some reviews, I've already seen that if you don't lock tight the little spikes in the foot pegs, that they will come loose and you'll lose some while riding. So after doing that research, I got my red Loctite, I got an Allen wrench for the spike, and let's check it out. So let's open it up and see how they look. Alright, they seem to be packaged decently. Nice bubble wrap. Comes with some spare little spikes. I got black because it's just a theme on my bike. I like to have things blacked out. I don't like a lot of chrome. It takes too long to polish. So inside the packaging, we have the MX foot pegs. So there they are. A bunch of little spikes to grip your foot, hold it in place. There's those spikes that I was talking about. They're threaded. So you can see that they're threaded into the foot peg itself. So let's go ahead and see how loose these are right off the rip. And that one's not bad, it doesn't feel bad. But I'm gonna take all these out and Loctite them. So we'll probably just zip through me taking them out and putting Loctite on them, and then I'll tighten them back up. And then we'll probably get to the install on the Dyna and see how that goes. Alright, so here we are. All of the spikes are out of the foot peg. The threads look good. It looks like they used Loctite on some of them. I'm not sure what brand Loctite they are. These are made in China, so I don't expect it to be anything really good or strong. So we are going to use Permatex Thread Locker, high strength red. Let's see if we can get that in there. Where is it? Yeah, anyways, red thread locker. It's high strength, so on bikes that vibrate a lot like Harleys, they vibrate a fuck ton. So I use either blue on most of the stuff like that I will be taking apart. So like my suspension, I use blue Loctite because sometimes I take it off, sometimes I disassemble the bike and I need to get those off easier than I would if red Loctite was used. Red Loctite it's gonna lock that shit in there for a while, and most of the time you gotta use heat to get it off. So these little pins are not gonna be coming out ever again, hopefully. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and red Loctite them in. I'm just gonna use a drop on each one and reinstall them. So we'll probably just fast forward through that. one done, I'm gonna wipe off this excess thread locker so that way it looks a little cleaner. And then we'll move on to the next one. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but Loctite will save your ass in a lot of situations where you don't want shit coming off your bike. Alright, so there's the finished product. Looks pretty good. Loctite's in there. I'm gonna let that sit up, and I'm gonna do the next one.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your place.
Alright, they're all out of this one. Time to Loctite them and get them back in. Hey guys, sorry about that. The battery died on the GoPro because I forgot to charge it like an idiot. So right now what we're going to do, we've got our thread locker on our MX style pegs, and we are going to now install them on the Dyna. So let's get to it. First thing you want to do for the shifter side is you're going to need to take off the shifter. It is a 1/2 inch. I got one on my ratchet, and we're going to just remove that bolt. And what I like to do for safekeeping is I like to take the bolt and I just put it back into the shifter or whatever part I take off, so that way I can't lose it. So we're going to take this, we're going to set it up on the bench. And now right here we have a Torx head and a 1/2 inch, nope, 9/16. We have a 9/16 nut on the bottom of this. So we're going to take our impact, get it in there nice, and we're going to use it to take off our nut. We're going to pop this out. Sometimes you need to twist them out because they get in there really good. And our foot peg is off. We're going to take our new foot peg, and we actually have to loosen this Allen so we can adjust the angle of the foot peg. We'll put it in first and then we'll adjust the angle. So we're going to grab this and give it a couple cranks with the impact driver because the drill isn't enough to do it. So we'll put our ratchet there. And then a couple snugs, it's snugged up. Take our Allen wrench. Alright, so it's going to be a 6mm Allen. Let's pop it loose. So inside these there are 2 small ball bearings. I'll show you how they work in a second. One just fell out in my hand, which is what you got to be careful of, and the other just fell out in my hand. So these have a detent in them where 2 very small ball bearings go. So you got to be careful not to lose those. I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple drops of thread locker on this. Just because I don't want it coming out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these back in their little detents. Probably should have done all this before I put it on the bike. And I'm going to press in and spin it till it's where I want it to be, which is probably right about there. Thread the bolt back in. And snug it up real good. Alright, so there's that. It's in. Now I'm going to take my shifter and I'm going to reinstall my shifter. Again, this is one of those situations where red Loctite is your friend. Okay, so that side's done. We're going to move on to the other side, and we're going to do the other side. It's pretty much the same process. It's going to be, except you're not going to have to remove the shifter because it's the brake lever on the other side and it doesn't get in the way. You're just going to have to remove the bolt for the shift peg, the stock one, and then install the new MX style peg on the other side, and I'll give you a shot of that when it's done. Alright guys, we just finished our install on our MX pegs, and here it is on the brake side. I was able to fit the stock washer shim in there, and it folds up like it should. It doesn't rattle around or anything, so that's nice. Again, the tools that you're going to need for this is a 6mm Allen wrench, a 1/2 inch 9/16 wrench, a T40 Torx bit for the bolts for your peg mounts. Again, there's the brake side coming around to the shifter side. They seem to hold up pretty good right now, just standing on them in the garage, and they grip really well. We'll see how they handle on the road this summer. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in again. It's been a time. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll come out with videos as we come out with them.